It's hard to believe Aberdeen were bottom of the league on Boxing Day. 4 wins and a draw since Craig Brown took charge have the Pittodrie team now targeting a place in the top 6. Their latest opposition, a St Mirren team desperate to steer clear of the drop zone. And this was an early chance for Danny Lennon's team to make an impression. Paul McGowan's through ball to Craig Dargo, but the striker dragged his shot wide. Dargo disappointed not to at least work goalkeeper Jamie Langfield. Opposite number, St Mirren's Paul Gallagher was equally unemployed here when Andy Considine's header flew over from Chris Maguire's corner. Former Fulham midfielder Rob Milsom, playing in place of suspended captain Paul Hartley, started to have an impact, getting away from Lee Mayer and testing Gallagher with an awkward shot. Milsom's effort taking a difficult bounce in front of the keeper. The 24-year-old has been at Craven Cottage since school days, and Aberdeen have signed him initially till the end of the season. He looked eager to impress and clearly isn't shy about having a shot at goal. This one tugged just wide. Aberdeen went ahead 5 minutes into the second half, and much of the credit went to Maguire, out of contract at the end of the season and unlikely to re-sign. He escaped the clutches of David Van Zanten, and his angled cross was turned in by Scott Vernon. The virus-hit striker had been ill most of the week, but with loan signing Nick Blackman also suffering, Vernon was persuaded to play. Nikola Vujadinovic replaced injured David McNamee, and his pass prompted Maguire to set up another chance for Aberdeen. Youngster Ryan Jack bursting through for a shot at goal. Off target that time, but a second goal wasn't far away. 67 minutes on the clock when the home win was sealed. And again the goal was created by the excellent Maguire, who was proving almost unplayable for St Mirren. Another teasing cross and another close-range finish for Vernon. That his 13th goal of the season for 2-0 Aberdeen. Maguire deserved a goal for his outstanding contribution, but this was as close as he got, a free kick that whistled wide. Another big win for Aberdeen, 10 points from their last 4 league games. Motherwell were minus defender Mark Reynolds, who'd agreed to move to Sheffield Wednesday, and in Stuart McCall's first home game as manager, they drew 0-0 with Inverness. The home team were lucky they didn't concede a first-half penalty after Shane Sutherland worked the ball back to Graham Shinney. His cross struck the arm of Ross Forbes, and while the handball was spotted, the location was given as outside the penalty box. Another look at it confirms the suspicion that Callie Thistle should have had a spot kick chance to take the lead. There's been lots of January transfer window interest in Inverness top scorer Adam Rooney, and he could have added to his goals total here. Richie Foran's through ball set him up, and although he hit his shot into the ground, it still produced an impressive save from Darren Randolph. Very much on target from Rooney, and it took a good stop to prevent him scoring. And from the corner, Randolph followed that up with a double save to again deny Inverness the opening goal. Sutherland got round Lasley to force the ball into the box. Motherwell couldn't get rid of it, and when Foran flicked it through, Rooney failed to find the finish. Touched away by the keeper, and Foran kept it alive for Shinney, whose deflected volley was kept out by a reflex save from Randolph. The former Charlton goalkeeper has been a top-class acquisition, and this was shot-stopping of the highest order, especially from the second deflected attempt. Then Motherwell's turn to have a penalty claim turned down. Forbes' free kick appeared to strike the arm of Foran, again not given. This was a lucky escape for Callie Thistle. Jamie Murphy is another of Motherwell's homebred youngsters who's attracted interest in the transfer market. Here he left Chris Innes trailing before tugging his shot wide of target. The threat of pacey Murphy is obvious. All that was missing this time was the finish. Inverness skipper Foran had a great chance to turn this latest road trip into a win when Reynolds' replacement Sean Hutchinson marred a good display with a bad mistake, and Foran was through on goal, but his effort trickled wide. The reaction told the story. That was a more than decent opportunity to punish Hutchison's error and convert 1 point into 3 for the away day specialists. Mind you, the Motherwell fans went away thinking they might have won the match. Murphy played in John Sutton, and Inverness keeper Ryan Esson pulled off a great one-handed save before pouncing on the loose ball before it slithered over the line. At wet and windy Fir Park, it ended in stalemate between Motherwell and Inverness. So the full weekend story: Celtic beat Hibs 3-0 at Easter Road to keep their 5-point lead at the top of the league. Rangers, with 3 extra games to play, went one better than their title rivals, 4-0 against Hamilton at Ibrox. A point for St Johnstone at Kilmarnock after Cleveland Taylor scored 4 minutes from time. Scott Vernon netted both Aberdeen goals as Craig Brown's team beat St Mirren at Pittodrie. And Inverness missed a chance to win at Motherwell, but weren't too unhappy with the point. These were all the latest results in the Clydesdale Bank Premier League. Aberdeen beat St Mirren 2-0. Celtic won 3-0 against Hibs at Easter Road. Kilmarnock and St Johnstone finished 1-1. It was goalless between Motherwell and Inverness. And Rangers beat Hamilton 4-0. So the gap remains the same at the top of the SPL. Celtic 5 points in front. Rangers have 3 extra games to play. Kilmarnock stay 3 points ahead of Inverness, who are still 3 better off than Motherwell. Aberdeen were the only winners in the bottom 6. They're now 4 ahead of Hibs and St Mirren, with Hamilton a further 4 points adrift. 2 rearranged Tuesday night matches: Kilmarnock against Hearts and Rangers at home to Inverness. Followed by 6 games on Saturday: Celtic at home to revitalised Aberdeen. Rangers could have it tough at Hearts. It's Inverness Hamilton, Kilmarnock against Dundee United, Motherwell play Hibs, and St Johnstone St Mirren. You'll see it all next time.